Ciao, people. Welcome back to our Italia preview. It is Italia versus Ucraina in the Euro 2024 qualifiers. Yes, Italy versus Ukraine, guys. Italy's got to bounce back. Obviously, if you guys watched my stream yesterday, you would have known my watch-along match reaction for the game against Macedonia. Italy dropped points. We drew 1-1. A game to forget. And now we've got to move on and make sure we get 3 points at home against Ukraine. I'm going to go for the preview today, my predictions, my thoughts going into the game. Forza Italia, Forza Azzurri, Andiamo Italia. Make sure you guys hit like buttons, subscribe channel if you are new as well. And let's get right into today. So we're going to start off, obviously, a look ahead at Ukraine. I don't really want to touch too much on what happened with our game against Macedonia last night because we were poor. We dropped 2 points. We should have called the game off. If guys go and check out my match reaction if you want to get my full thoughts on that game, but it wasn't good enough at all. You know, Luciano Spalletti's first game ended in a draw. It wasn't good enough at all. But it's time to bounce back. We have to bounce back. It has to be a minimal 3 points against Ukraine, who got a fantastic result and played really well. I didn't watch the game because I don't support England, but I did see the result. Alexander Zinchenko scoring for them, and they did get a 1-1 draw with England. So fair play to them, and of course. I think we all stand with Ukraine, of course, with what's going on in their country. Aside from football, we know how terrible what's going on there. Some of the events in their country, so we all stand with them. But let's talk about football, and they are not that bad of a nation when it comes to football. You know, they got some decent players. So obviously, we all know Arsenal fans know about Alexander Zinchenko. Mikhailo Mudryk obviously plays for them as well. They got Yarmich up front. They got Mikalenko, who plays for Everton in the Premier League. You know, they've got some very, very good, talented players, and we've got to be careful. You know, the one I'm really worried about the most is probably Zinchenko, because I've seen him week in, week out play for Arsenal, and he's in that midfield role. You know, he's not playing left back for Ukraine. He actually is playing in the midfield role for them. So he obviously scored against England. So, yeah, we definitely got to be careful players like him. I mean, I'm not too afraid of Mudryk, but, you know, it's Mikhailo Mudryk. You know, like, watch him turn up against Italy and score, innit? But, yeah, for us, I think we have to get bounced. I will change the team quite a lot. I think players who played against Macedonia don't deserve to play this game. That's why I'm going to change it in my predicted lineup. I think it'll be a very tough game. Look, Ukraine are above us. You know, we have to win. Otherwise, they could beat us to qualifying, guys. We're currently joint fourth. Us and Macedonia are on the same points. And yeah, I know we had 2 games in hand, but us and Macedonia were on the exact same points now, with 4. It's been a shocking start to this Euro qualifiers, man. You know, it's been a shocking start for Italy. We lost to England 2-1 for the first time at home since 2012. We just about scraped to win against Malta 2-0. And then obviously the game yesterday, we dropped points and we drew with North Macedonia. So we need a good performance. We need the main thing is to get 3 points, to go level on points with Ukraine, because they're on 7 as well. I mean, if we draw this game, it's not good enough. If we lose this, I don't see us qualifying. We have to beat Ukraine. It's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a good game. I do see us winning it. As I said, I think Luciano Spalletti has to be bold, and he has to make some big decisions. Now, we know Federico Chiesa, Pellegrini, they're both dropped out of the team due to injury. I'm not surprised with Chiesa. You know, he can never stay fit. He's very injury prone. So it's a shame that he's missing. Of course, same with Pellegrini as well, because he would have been a big player for us, and now he's missing as well. So we definitely have to tweak the lineup a lot, especially against Ukraine. I think we'll get the win. I do think we'll get the win. I think it'll be tight, though. I think it will be one of those tight games where we're back. We're playing our home pitch here. We're at home. We should be winning this. It's going to be a tight game, though. I do think we will keep a clean sheet. I know I said that against Macedonia, but I'm going to go with a clean sheet, Italy win, in my opinion, guys. Score prediction-wise, I'm going to go Italy to win this game 2-0. Just a 2-0 win. We're going to keep a clean sheet. It's going to be a very tough game. UK will put up a good fight, but I think we'll get the job done in the end. Simple as that. So, guys, everyone in the chat, leave your predictions down below. Let's get right into my predicted lineup for the Italians is what I will go with. I think I said Spalletti's got a lot of decision making to make. He's got to be bold with it as well. I would keep Donnarumma in goal. I don't think he had the worst games against Macedonia. He wasn't really tested that much when he dealt with it, apart from maybe the free kick. But he's obviously a quality goalkeeper. He's going to go in goal for me. I wouldn't mind if we went with Meret of Napoli or even Vicario or Tottenham. But for me, I think we should stick with Donnarumma. It's a must-win game. Go your best 11. Donnarumma will go in goal. The back four, there has to be this back four, in my opinion. Di Lorenzo was probably our best player, one of our best players against Macedonia yesterday. Mancini had a good game, and I really love this partnership between Gianluca Mancini and Bastoni. It's very clear that Spalletti is going to play the more younger players now. The likes of Acerbi and Bonucci and Chiellini, they're most likely not going to play for Italy ever again. So yeah, Mancini and Bastoni, the two, it's a very good two centre-back partnership there. And I think Bastoni didn't have his best games against Macedonia, neither did Mancini, but they're both reasonable, solid. So yeah, both of them will go in there. And left back, I want to see this guy back. I don't know why he did not even come off the bench. Spinazzola, right? DeMarco, I thought, played pretty well against Macedonia. He wasn't that great, but he wasn't that bad. But Spinazzola didn't even come off the bench. Why? And I hope he's fully fit. So for me, Spinazzola has to be left back. It's as simple as that. That back four is a solid back four, by the way. That back four is our best back four, guys. As simple as that. That's what we've got to go with. In the midfield, I will make one change in the midfield. Brella will stay in there. I thought he was one of the worst I've seen Brella play. And I'll be real with it, yeah. One of the worst I've seen him play against Macedonia. He was not that great. And I'm going to replace Cristante. I don't think Cristante had a very bad game against Macedonia. He's probably one of our best midfielders. No, he was our best midfielder against Macedonia, in my opinion. But I'm going to throw in Manuel Lucatelli. Obviously, last time we've really seen him play for Italy was in the Euros when he had that amazing Euro tournament, scored a few goals. So I would actually put him back in there. I would drop Cristante for this game, and I will play Manuel Lucatelli. Sandro Tonali has to be there as well. Very unlucky not to score against Macedonia. Was hit the post, has some half chances as well. He's, of course, a very, very good player, as we know. Everyone who watches the Premier League for Newcastle, we know how good this guy is. So Sandro Tonali has to be in there. That's a very good midfield. This is where it's changed a lot, guys. And you got to hear me out on all these decisions, right? You got to hear me out on all these decisions. So, start off with a striker. I've decided to drop Immobile. For me, Immobile was... I know he scored, but I said my dog has scored that. Yeah, it's an easy goal to finish. But other than that, he was very, very poor. He was very, very poor. He was overdoing it. He was overthinking it against Macedonia yesterday. He was doing all these flicks that didn't work on a very crap pitch. And he kept overthinking it, guys. I think he needs to be dropped. I know he's the captain, right? But I think he needs to be dropped. Hopefully, Spalletti drops him. I don't want to start him. It was between Raspadori up front or Retegui. And I've gone with Retegui. Because what I will say about Retegui is I never really, when he first came in, I was like, oh my God, who's this guy? He's Argentinian born, plays for Argentina. Nobody knew him. But let's be real with it. He actually got us out of trouble. And he's the player who scored both of our goals last international break. If you guys remember, when we lost to England, he scored, and when we beat Malta, he scored. And ever since then, he didn't really get a nod in the Nations League that much. It was Immobile instead of him against Spain. I can't remember if he played against Netherlands, but I think we should throw Retegui back in. I think we should throw him back in. He's already scored 2 goals in this qualifiers. Of course, we didn't see him play yesterday, so I will put Retegui back in my opinion, guys, as the main striker, and I will drop Immobile. But you could quite easily go with either Raspadori or Immobile. Now the winners, guys, you can go with anyone, but this is because there's no Chiesa, there's no Pellegrini, so that's why I'm going to change it around a lot. Zakanji as well. Obviously, the Lazio player I thought wasn't that great yesterday. He did get the nods. One of the first times I've seen him playing in an Italy shirt. I thought Politano was poor as well, very disappointing. So I decided to drop both of them. and I've gone with Zanalio. Zanalio for me made a bit of an impact when he came on. Obviously, Aston Villa player now. When he came off the bench, halftime sub, he played pretty decent. So I'm going to start him on the right hand side. I'm going to put Wilfred Notto, of course, on Leeds. I thought he was shocking when he came on, but he hasn't played in a while. Yes, so I will give him a start, see how he does. I think there is definitely a player in there. So yeah, I will go with Wilfred Notto on the left hand side. But yeah, if it's not working, Spalletti, he has to make subs early, which he did do, to be fair. He made a halftime sub when we brought off Politano in the first half and we brought on Zanilio. Will he do it again if it doesn't work out? Hopefully he does, guys. And we need to get the 3 points. I think we will get the 3 points. I want to go 2-0 to the Azuris. Forza Italia. Forza Azzurri. Andiamo Spalletti. Andiamo Italia. And let's get all 3 points, guys. Hit like buttons. Let me know if it's down below. I'm out of it. Forza Italia. Ciao, ciao, ciao.